Hello guys, in today's video I'm gonna break down how to go from chaos to clarity, aka how to build a scalable data architecture. In this video you're gonna basically get the exact steps that you need to take to go from literally chaotic environment to a sustainable, scalable data architecture, aka you're able to utilize data more effectively, and you're gonna get the exact protocols, get the exact metrics, okay, what tools and technologies to pick and how to compare them that suits your current needs, goals and priority, so you're able to compare vendor to vendor and decide if you need to build it yourself or buy off the shelf certain type of solutions. You're gonna find out what exactly is a data architecture and how the whole system works. You're gonna understand the challenges, the goals, and of course you're gonna at the end also get the exact data architecture that we recommend if you're just starting out, if you're in the tech sector or any other sector, and if you're just starting out, you can utilize that right now. So now let's go into it. Who am I? My name is Ali Schiffer. I'm a CEO and founder of Estella. We generated by over 10 plus million in revenue in cash collected by bridging the gap between business and data. And helping other companies utilize data more effectively, basically turn their raw data into actionable insights so they're able to scale, so not increase their profit, increase their revenue, etc., and so on and so forth. You basically get the point. Now here's some of the proof, so you're able to see what we already built in the past, solutions and so on and so forth. Here's some of the solutions that we already built. There's endless. You can click down below or down the link and see this, check it yourself. Here are some of the examples, basically testimonials, how we generate over 8 plus million. Here's an example how we generate over 11 plus million in sales under 12 months for that specific tech client. As you can see here, generated over plus 10 million in revenue just by bridging the gap between business and data, and we implemented the exact infrastructure in this case that I'm going to showcase you and guide you through this video, right? Of course, everything is custom made to that specific organizational goals, so it might be different to you. But as you can see here, there's proof. You can check it out down below for yourself. Now let's go into the video. The power of the scale, basically the pain points, right? You're probably facing these challenges like messy data silos, meaning your data is scattered all across the organizations. You cannot grasp and gain the full picture, full visibility of your data. You have your marketing data in your marketing platforms, your sales in CRM. It's also not reliable. Like, you cannot rely on the data. It takes time to get the data. It's all fragmented all over the place, meaning it takes time to get it. You cannot rely on it, and you cannot uncover true insights because you cannot see all in one unified view, because you cannot see how it translates from one sector to the other sector, okay, from one department to the other department, right? Then there's a lot of manual processes involved, meaning you are either spreadsheets guru, meaning you are operating just fully on spreadsheets or Excel, which is the worst. I know your headaches and pains regarding that, because it can get inaccurate very fast. There is no process involved, and even if you're not involving a lot of manual processes, you have maybe potentially an unscalable system, meaning your legacy architecture or your poorly designed pipelines, your current system that you have for data analytics may be unscalable. Maybe you require a bigger volume because you have a lot of data going throughout the company and throughout the system, and this current system is just not scalable, and it crashes, it slows down, it takes time, it's just inefficient. The fourth, lack of real-time insights. You cannot gain real-time insights if you need it, meaning you cannot see live event data at any time or any second of your company. And the fifth, which I forgot to add, pardon for me, no insights. Basically, you are unable to uncover true bottlenecks, insights to drive business outcomes, right? And this is one of basically the first one, which is every single company faces, and the reason why they want to use data more effective, or you probably watching this video would agree with this as well, right? No actionable insights, more so, because actionable insights, okay, insights has to propel, force action, meaning change. So let's go. Let me just write this down. The power of scalable data architecture. Now, why you need this? Well, you need to have centralized data hub. Basically, if you want to have actionable insights, basically seeing how data translates from one sector, development, from marketing, sales, product, and so on and so forth, logistics, if you're a logistical company, or if you're a tech company, software company, you need to see it from product, customer success, marketing, sales. You need to have that, because if you don't have it, you cannot make a logical decisions of why things are happening, okay, where the pitfalls are, right? Because let's say your churn is bad, you cannot just look at your customer support data or your product data and see, oh, that's the reason. No, you need to see your marketing data, you need to see your sales, customer support, product, everything, and see how it translates, because you're gonna find out the true bottleneck there. The second one is efficiency gain, automation of data cleaning, meaning you're gonna stop relying on manual processes. Everything is going to get automated, and your operational efficiency is going to skyrocket, meaning you're going to save on labor, save on time, and so on and so forth. Real-time insights, you're going to receive real-time insights, you're able to see your data at any second, meaning you can just look up your dashboard analytical solution and see what's happening currently in your business, custom made to your needs. Cost optimizations, reducing storage, reducing processing and manpower, meaning you're able to have efficiently made data architecture that is scalable for your current goals and needs. Future proof, it basically adapts to your current goals and needs, meaning it's easily adaptable. What that means is basically you can add stuff on top of it. It's not like you have an infrastructure or architecture built and you need to change one big tool. That's very inefficient and unlogical to be made, because it will disrupt whole process, because it will take loads of effort and time. But it's future proof, meaning it's scalable, and it will basically help you to achieve AI foundation, which is basically what every single company this day and age wants to achieve. Let me discolor it. Why this basically prerequisite for AI is data architecture, meaning if you want to have AI utilize advanced analytics, machine learning, AI, which every single company these days wants, it's highly dependent on high quality data, structured models, and accessible data, which data architecture, which currently we are talking about, it is, right? It gives you that. And that's why these are the 6 key things what this will achieve. Of course, I can go on and on about it, but these are the 6 one. Now, components of data stack. You probably this is an example of how this looks like. Maybe it will be confusing for you in a second, but we'll go step by step and explain it in a very quickly manner, right? It's very actually simple. In this example I just showing you on the picture is basically you are seeing every single tool, software, vendor in it, right? So this is just an example when we show to the clients potential leads and so on and so forth, so they're able to gain a view of how this protocol infrastructure whole works. Now you have your data sources where basically the data originates, your product data, your CRMs, your basically where the data resides, sheets, Google Sheets, Excel, databases, and so on and so forth. Then you have your data transportation, which is basically ETLs, extract, transform, and load, which basically is what has the name. It tells you it extracts the data, transforms it, and loads it inside of the storage, okay, the data warehouse, which I'm going to go in a second. Now under the ETLs, okay, the data transportation, you have your off-the-shelf and custom-made. Of course, custom-made, sometimes you will need to have custom-made, sometimes you can utilize off-the-shelf. It really depends on your company, which I'm going to go down the line in slide 9, and I'm going to talk about that. But you have your Fivetran, your Stitch, these are Airbyte, these are off-the-shelf solutions, but you have also Python scripts which you can develop yourself, right? Data storage and layer, meaning now here you have your data warehouse, which the data is stored from once it's extracted from the data source. You have your Snowflake, Amazon AWS, Redshift, Google BigQuery. You can even utilize like things like Postgres, MySQL, which are not like data warehouses, but they would act as its, your ClickHouse, and so on and so forth, right? Data processing and transformation layer, basically you have your things that will tools and processes for cleaning and aggregating the data, meaning transforming the raw data to the usual aka usable formats. These are things like your DBT, right? You can utilize also things like Dataform if you're utilizing BigQuery. If you don't want to utilize DBT, that's one alternative, but that's only for GCP, aka Google Cloud Platform. Then you have your real-time event data tools, meaning if you want to capture things like your real-time event operational data, which comes in every second, and you need to see it and show and use it for your either or day-to-day job, operational analytics, and so on and so forth, you need to utilize things like Kafka, Apache Kafka, or Segment, right? So any of those tools, both of those tools are great and basically are the top leaders in the market regarding that. Basically then we have data orchestration tools, meaning tools to schedule, monitor, and manage workflows. Basically, in short lines, to make it simpler for you guys, that's basically telling you so every single thing here, every single operational process works seamlessly here, right? Basically, it helps you run this whole machine autonomously, and you're able to basically chill out and relax. You don't need to be worried all the time, right? Data visualizations, basically your BI tools. Before going into regarding the data orchestration tools, you have your Mage and you have your Airflow, which are aka Apache Airflow, which are the standard ones, right? And of course your reverse ETLs, these are the basically extracts, transform and load, but just in the reverse process than this one, right? Basically when the data is already formatted back inside of the data source. But that's just an example. I'm not saying you need this. It's just like showing you in the picture right now. Then you have your analytical visualization tools like BI tools like Looker, Tableau, Power BI, and so on and so forth. Basically visualizing, you're able to visualize the data from the data warehouse, so you're able to make better data-driven decisions, uncover true bottlenecks and insights, right? So this is just like a quick overview. So it's very simple. It basically goes extract the data from the data sources, it formats it in the correct format, so they're able to be usable. Like the data is turned from raw data to insights, analytical type of data. It's stored in the data warehouse, and then it's visualized inside of the data visualization tools like BI. Very simple, very straightforward process. Of course, you have things like dbt to transform the data to help you if you need to extract events data every single second, whatever it is. You need to also have your tools like Segment or Kafka. And of course, to monitor everything and everything moving seamlessly, you need Apache Airflow or Mage. And down below, these are just platforms, data governance, and so on and so forth. These are just bonuses. I wouldn't recommend this or talk about this right now because it's not a priority. The next one, mistakes to avoid. Now, things you need to be aware of to achieve ROI with data analytics. Everything is strategy, right? Don't over focus on tools and technology. Don't just jump in and think I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. No, you can fail if you do that. Don't focus. Basically, this part shouldn't be complicated. It should be done the last step before ending the data strategy and delivering the analytical roadmap and prioritization metrics, which I'm going to go in a second. But basically, when we conduct this with our clients, this is one of the at the end steps that we do before finalizing the data strategy. Basically, before that, we do interviews, we uncover true challenges, goals, and priorities of the end user, of the overall of the company, and then we go inside of the tech and technology and the tools and so on and so forth, right? In short lines, to generate revenue and arrive with the data, I'm the thing that is responsible, and 80% of generating the ROI, happens before touching any tool or any development. So keep that in mind. Now, the key mistakes are, which I've just talked about here, is not conducting data strategy assessment, basically the challenges and end users interview and so on and so forth, or focusing on tech and tools, ignoring the data quality, meaning you're not having your alerts set up, your logic set up, so you can monitor your data quality at all the times. You're basically overcomplicating things. Don't include unnecessary processes, tools that might be good down the line, which you know that your fast-paced environment is probably not going to be true. Basically, you're thinking way too down the line, in the next step, but you're not focusing in the current moment present. Fifth best step, performance pitfalls, meaning the data just takes long ingestion times from the ETL to warehouses, your report are slow, and so on and so forth. Basically, the fifth one is the bonus if you have already something set up, but the first four are the key. If you're just starting out, you need to keep those four in mind, right? Also here, you can, if you're wondering how to conduct the data strategy assessment, I'm going to give you down below this exact deck and all of the assets that I mentioned at the start, so you can utilize it and build this for your current goals and needs and priorities, this architecture. And you can check this deck as well, which basically explains more in depth how to conduct the data strategy, the strategy part of the interviews and so on and so forth. Now, how to do every single things, right? as I said, don't start without conducting data strategy assessment. I'm not going to go how to conduct the data strategy and the interviews and the questions, and I'm not going to go because the whole video is going to take 10 hours. Basically, in short lines, uncover true challenges, pains, goals, desires, stakeholder interviews, end user interviews. Start from the company level, go to the department level, go to the end user level. Basically, get the key business questions that you want to have it answered. For your executives, for your leaders who are going to be utilizing data and dashboards and so on and so forth, and of course providing with a clear roadmap of providing with a clear prioritization metrics of what things are going to be prioritized based on the feasibility level and business value level. Now, if you want to understand how this works, you can click this link below. Now, you need to audit your current infrastructure. Basically, you can begin to audit all existing data sources, evaluating current pipelines, tools, technologies, processes, people, challenges, goals, and data quality, right? These steps involves basically identifying the bottlenecks, the pitfalls, what happened, what might be good, what might not be good, because you already conducted the previous step of the true challenges of the company and the end user. You're now able to translate that into the tech, engineering, and technology, right? Basically, you're going from the strategy part to the technology part, and this is the way how you're able to generate high ROI with data. And what are some of the questions to ask when you're auditing your current infrastructure, your current state? I'm going to give you guys this list of questions. Basically, you can screenshot this. These are the list of questions that you can ask yourself, your users, and so on and so forth when you're auditing your current data system, right? And it's going to be down below when you're going to receive all of this stuff. Gap analysis, then you're going to conduct the data strategy assessment. Basically, you already conducted your current audit, meaning your current state. Now you're going to understand your current goals, needs, what has to be changed, where are the bottlenecks happening, where are the pitfalls happening. Basically, you conducted your current state in short lines, and your in the current state in regards to the data strategy, basically your goals, needs, and your current state in terms of technicality, engineering, your tools and technology. And now you're able to bridge those two together because you're able to see, okay, these are the pitfalls, these are our goals, these are our current state, and these are the things that are currently missing, and we need to improve to achieve our desired state, right? Now, the fourth step is tool comparison. Basically, you need to build and pick the correct tools to build the data architecture. Now, you can pick I made it easier for you guys to pick the correct tools based on your current goals and needs and priorities. Of course, you can utilize this sheet that I'm just gonna give you guys, which is gonna be a game changer for you. In short lines, these are comparison metrics, right? You're able to have here the top 4 providers, which you can input yourself, and you have on the left side the requirements that is based on your current goals, needs, and priorities that you find out from the gap analysis. And you can list your the requirements, and you can just here then label them either 1 to 3. 1 being the least matching with the criteria, aka with the requirement, and 3 being perfectly matching with the criteria. And the one tool that is with the highest matching number, aka highest weighted score, that's the one that you should pick, right? And now that's the one that you should pick, right? And same for the ETLs, same for the BI, and so on and so forth. In the right side, you also have your comparisons. Basically, you have your things that it will tell you the comparison that we find out, so you're able to make better decision. Basically, we pick the top 5 providers for each of those tools: data warehouses, ETL tools, business intelligence tools, and we segmented it by the features, the ones that are the most important for the customers and clients. And we basically listed out the insights from it, which is going to help you with basically this. Of course, you can iterate on this as well yourself, right? And this is the way how you can pick the correct tools matching your current needs and goals and priorities. Now let's go back. Here's also you're basically able to see it here. You're able to see, okay, Snowflake, these are the 4 or 5 best providers, and okay, feature architecture, okay, this is the best one. Let's say pricing, you're able to understand the ideal use cases, ecosystem, are you using the Microsoft Data Cloud, and so on and so forth. Okay, it goes very in depth in terms of technicality and the engineering part. Now, design the data architecture diagram. Now, the fifth step is you need to design the whole process, basically this process above, but for yourself. And we're going to give you the exact template, basically this, which you're going to fill out with the exact data sources that you're going to use and the exact tools that you're going to use, right? You're going to receive a mirror board, which you're going to basically utilize and just map out the key icons from here, and you're going to map them out here, right? What data sources are you going to pull in? Of course, the ones that the tools that are here, you can just leave them blank. And of course, okay, for data visualization, we're going to use BI. For advanced analytics, we don't have anything if you're just starting out. You shouldn't have anything if you're just starting out. Maybe you have your AI solutions or so on and so forth, but for that's irrelevant for now. Basically, you're able to pick and choose and build your data architecture diagram right now and here. Very easy for you. And basically, this is how it might look for you at the end. Like this is an example. And now the sixth step, basically ensure the governance and security. This is basically, you shouldn't, if you're just starting out, this is important, but don't overcomplicate things. Don't buy any solutions or tools or technology regarding the data governance. You can utilize your current solutions like spreadsheets, Notion, your project management, where you store all your documents. In short lines, these are basically ensures the data is secure, accurate, and compliant with certain type of regulations, and also ensures that whole data management is seamless and everything is in place and organized. And things to build it are very necessary. At the start, you should build a data dictionary, a business glossary. That's the first one that I would recommend always, because it's connected with the business stakeholders. Okay, you're able to in the business glossary, you're able to list out the business definitions, so the metrics, the data sources, and so on and so forth, right? And of course, simple data contracts. These are the three things that you should build in regards to the governance part. And the seventh thing, iterating and optimizing your data architecture. Basically, this is not plug and play. This is a program. This is a constant evolving. Basically, you should conduct scheduled quarterly or monthly or even weekly or even daily reviews of the process of the architecture and see how it aligns with the current business goals and needs and priorities, right? Stakeholder feedback, of course, if you have a team, you should basically be constant involved with executives that you work with on a weekly, daily basis. And I'm not kidding, very, very tight feedback loops, because with data will only work if it's custom to your goals, needs, and priorities at any stage of the company's growth. Technology updates, constantly staying alert if things go wrong, basically having alerts set so you're able to get alerted, and monitoring all the infrastructure on a daily basis. Performance tuning, basically seeing if you can optimize the performance and see how can it be better to reduce either time that it takes to ingest the data or whatever it is, right? And of course, daily quality audits, meaning you should have criteria and logic set that will basically tell you that the data is at 100% accuracy, and if it's not, you can get alerted and you can raise that question before everybody else realize it, and basically you can solve the problem before there's a bigger problem. Basically, you're basically trying to maintain the data quality at 100%, and the only way you can do that by having alerts and certain criteria and processes made. Now, the bonus that I'm going to give you guys is already made a data stack for the one starting out. Now, if you're in the tech sector or any other sector and you don't know what to pick and you just want to make it as easy as possible, and you want to utilize your data to have your either executive dashboards, analytical dashboards, and so on and so forth, I got you, right? Of course, still conducted the steps from the above, but this will just give you confirmation if you're on the right track and right process. And simply, basically, just build this. With this, you cannot go wrong. You have your data sources, you have your ETLs. You can either build custom Python or Fivetran. Okay, Fivetran offers free trial, and of course, it has for the first run free, so you're able to see how much it will cost you. Basically, you can utilize either off the shelf or Python. Then for the data warehouse, the easiest to set up, the implement is the BigQuery. It's very straightforward, nice UX, easy to use. And for the data visualization like a BI, you can utilize Power BI, Tableau, or even Looker Studio if you decide to, but we didn't mention it here just because of the limited capabilities. For the data transformation, you can utilize dbt and Dataform. And for the real-time data, event data, if you have it, of course, if you want to utilize event data, let's say you're for product usage data, for your engagements data, if you're a gaming company, if you're a tech company trying to utilize how your product or your features is used by your players, by your users, by your clients, you're able to utilize things like Segment if you're in a tech sector, or if you're in any other sector like hospitals, healthcare sector, logistical sector, you can utilize Kafka. But both of those tools for real-time event data is amazing. And for the orchestration tools, basically to hold this machine ecosystem works seamlessly, utilize Airflow, right? And this is a very simple one, as you can see here, no complications, very simple, very straightforward. And this is the summary. Basically, you're going to get the tool and metrics comparison that I just mentioned and showed you in the previous slides. The data architecture diagram that you can build it yourself based on the Google Docs, okay, the template from once you pick the tools, the technology. And that's basically it you get. And of course, make sure to follow everything. Don't focus and overcomplicate this stuff. And our offer to you is if you want to, don't go through hassle building this, and you want to become a true data-driven company, we will basically turn your raw data into actionable insights to increase your revenue, retention, EBIT, and gain your edge in the marketplace by implementing a custom data analytical ecosystem end-to-end and acting as your data partner, making sure that your current system, basically data, constantly evolves, adapts to your current goals, needs, and priorities, and gives you constantly a competitive edge. And we guarantee basically you're going to be seeing actionable insights which you haven't been seeing before, that will actually give you edge. We will basically increase your data-driven decisions, how fast and how many data-driven decisions you're able to make, increase your revenue, retention, EBITDA, and so on and so forth. And we guarantee that at 100%, with no risk to you or your money back, of course. And of course, if you want to continue, you can book a call with our free data strategy assessment call with our exploration team. If you need more proof, you can see our social proof here that I showed you at the start of the video. And you can also catch us on socials like YouTube, Twitter, Grandmaster, and of course LinkedIn. And see you guys in the next video. If you want to get these exact documents and all of these deliverables, like the mirror board for the data architecture diagram and the sheet for tool and technology matrix and comparison, please click the link below.